Today in this video, I am going to discuss about the time acceleration graph. And already I have discussed about the displacement time graph, velocity time graph, and today I am going to discuss about the time acceleration graph. And in the time acceleration graph, first one, determination of velocity change. It means if the time acceleration graph is given, then you can find or you can calculate the change in velocity in any interval of time by calculating the area of time acceleration graph under time axis. जैसे suppose this one is a time acceleration graph in which time is taken along x-axis and acceleration is taken along y-axis. And suppose this time acceleration graph is parallel to time axis. And here time acceleration graph is parallel to time axis means here acceleration of that object is constant or the object is moving with constant acceleration. And suppose if you want to find out the change in velocity in time interval t1 to t2, आप निकालना चाहते हैं इस टाइम इंटरवल t1 से t2 के बीच में चेंज इन वेलोसिटी क्या है. तो फॉर दिस पर्पस यू विल ड्रॉप द परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम t1 on this time acceleration graph and t2 also on the time acceleration graph, and you will calculate the area of time acceleration graph under that time axis. जैसे मान ली ये हो गया a, ये हो गया b, ये c and ये d. It means the change in velocity in time interval t1 to t2 is equal to the area of what? A, B, C, D. So for finding the change in velocity, area of time acceleration graph gives the change in velocity in a given interval of time. And you can calculate from here. How can you find the area of this graph? Area means simply you can say here this length. This one is width. This one is acceleration A. This one is time t2 minus t1. So you can write delta v is equal to a t2 minus t1 or delta v is equal to a into delta t. Remember this. Already I have discussed here displacement time graph, velocity time graph, and this one is the acceleration time graph. And in velocity time graph हमने बताया था velocity time graph में जब हम एरिया निकालेंगे velocity time graph under time axis in any interval of time, तो वो क्या बताएगा हमको? डिस्प्लेसमेंट बताएगा. लेकिन एक्सीलरेशन टाइम ग्राफ में अगर किसी टाइम इंटरवल में हम निकालेंगे एरिया तो हमको क्या बताएगा? चेंज इन वेलोसिटी बताएगा. तो इन दिस वे वी कैन कैलकुलेट द चेंज इन वेलोसिटी. नाउ equation for uniformly accelerated motion. I hope maybe all of you know equation of motion which already you have studied in the class 9th here. Suppose a body is moving with the initial velocity u with constant acceleration a for time t second, cover a distance s and then its final velocity becomes v. हमने क्या बताया? किसी बॉडी की इनिशियल वेलोसिटी u है जो कांस्टेंट एक्सीलरेशन a से चल के t सेकंड में s डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करके और उस समय उसकी फाइनल वेलोसिटी कितनी भी आती है? v. Then the relation between u, a, t, s and v is given by what here in this form, which is known as the equation of motion or equation for uniformly accelerated motion. And I hope maybe all of you know this equation of motion. First equation, v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. And the derivation of this equation of motion, there are the two methods, and one is called graphical method, and graphical method is already given in the class 9th. class 9th में दिया होगा कि graphical method से इसको कैसे derive करते हैं. And second one is what here? Calculus method. So actually in the class 11th in your syllabus this one is a calculus method, means how can we derive this equation by calculus method. But this one is also what here for graphical method. So you can see in the class 9th book, or I want to give a small idea about this one here. How can you find these equation of motion by graphical method? Suppose this graph is given, velocity time graph, and for any object at time t is equal to 0, suppose the initial velocity of the body was u, which was continuously increasing due to the constant acceleration, and after time t second its velocity becomes v. इसका मतलब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है जिसका टाइम t इज इक्वल टू 0 पे इनिशियल वेलोसिटी u थी, और आफ्टर टाइम t second its velocity is continuously increasing due to the constant acceleration, एंड आफ्टर टाइम t second उसकी वेलोसिटी u से बढ़ के कितनी हो गई, यहां पे v हो गई. तो उसका वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ दिया गया है ये. एंड with the help of this graph you can derive all these equation of motion. And first equation, how can we derive here? First equation, as you know, first equation is what here, v is equal to u plus at. So by this graphical method, how can we find the first equation? So simply you can say here, this one is velocity time graph, this one. Remember this one is not started from zero. क्यों? क्योंकि हमने लिया है टाइम t is equal to 0 पर उसकी वेलोसिटी u थी. इसका मतलब बॉडी रेस्ट से स्टार्ट नहीं किया है. जिस समय हम टाइम लेना शुरू किए हैं उस समय उसकी इनिशियल वेलोसिटी कितनी थी, u, और टाइम t सेकंड बाद उसकी वेलोसिटी u से बढ़ के कितनी हो गई, v, एंड बॉडी इज continuously increasing velocity. Then how can you find the slope of the slope of time velocity graph? टाइम वेलोसिटी ग्राफ का स्लोप क्या बताता था, एक्सीलरेशन. इट मींस हम अगर इस लाइन AB का अगर हम स्लोप निकाल लें तो क्या बता देगा इस ऑब्जेक्ट का, एक्सीलरेशन. तो इट मींस स्लोप ऑफ लाइन AB, और सिंपली यू कैन से वी नो दैट द स्लोप ऑफ टाइम वेलोसिटी ग्राफ गिव्स द एक्सीलरेशन. तो इस ग्राफ AB का अगर हमको एक्सीलरेशन करना तो स्लोप ऑफ टाइम वेलोसिटी ग्राफ गिव्स द एक्सीलरेशन. सो वी कैन फाइंड एक्सीलरेशन मींस दिस A इज द स्लोप ऑफ ABC. स्लोप ऑफ ABC मींस हमने बताया था tan थीटा, और tan थीटा क्या होता है, परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन बेस. इट मींस द स्लोप इज इक्वल टू BC अपॉन AC. So simply you can say slope of time velocity graph which gives the acceleration A is equal to BC upon AC. At place of BC किसके बराबर है, VC is equal to V minus U. ये BC है, ये. So here V, this one is U, so this one is V minus U. So V minus U upon AC. AC is this one. This one is T minus 0. So we can write here acceleration A is equal to V minus U upon T, or V minus U is equal to AT, and from here you can say V is equal to U plus AT, which is the first equation of motion. So this one is by graphical method we can derive the first equation of motion, which already have derived in the class 9th. Now second equation of motion, as you know, distance traveled by this object S is equal to ut plus half at square. It means from time t is equal to 0 to time t, what is the total distance traveled by this object with the help of this graph. And already I have told you the area of time velocity graph under time axis will give the displacement. हमने बताया था कि टाइम वेलोसिटी ग्राफ का एरिया टाइम एक्सिस के अंडर क्या बताएगा, डिस्प्लेसमेंट. तो फ्रॉम t is equal to 0 to time t, इस पूरे टाइम t is equal to 0 to t means in time t what is the total displacement of this object. So how can we calculate the displacement as is equal to area of किसका, area of this टाइम वेलोसिटी ग्राफ अंडर टाइम एक्सिस. हमको कितने टाइम में निकालना है, 0 से t. तो हमने जब इस ग्राफ पे परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉप किया होगा तो 0 को किया होगा तो a पे आया, और t से किया यहाँ पे तो b पे आया. तो टोटल एरिया ऑफ होल दिस कर्व, इसका पूरा एरिया. तो इट मींस एरिया ऑफ OABD, एरिया ऑफ OABD. And you know this S is equal to area of OABD. हमको इस पूरे की एरिया निकालना है, तो इट कैन बी डिवाइड इन टू पार्ट्स. व्हाट दिस टू पार्ट्स? एरिया ऑफ द ट्रायंगल ABC is equal to area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle ACDO. So we can write here this area ACDO, area of ACDO plus area of triangle ABC. So simply you can say this S is equal to, what is the area of ACDO? ACDO इसकी एरिया क्या हो जाएगी? Length and into bracket. Simply you can say U minus 0 means A to O. Simply you can say here OA into OD plus area of triangle ABC. ABC इस राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल की एरिया क्या होगी? हाफ इंटू परपेंडिकुलर इंटू बेस. तो वी कैन राइट हियर हाफ इंटू परपेंडिकुलर हो गया कितना? BC इंटू बेस कितना हो गया? AC. So directly you can say OA is how much? U. OD is T plus half. What is BC? BC तो यही था, which is V minus U. V minus U and into AC. तो देखिए ये AC OD के भी बराबर होगा, तो which is equal to T. And from here we can say, from here we can find out S is equal to UT plus half V minus U. From first equation is what here? V is equal to U plus AT. So from here you can say V minus U is equal to AT. So at place of V minus U, from first equation you can write what here? AT. So at place of V minus U we can write here AT into T. And now in this way you can say S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And in this way you can derive the second equation by using this graphical method. And now third equation, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Already we have derived the first equation, V is equal to U plus AT. And second equation, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And these two equations already we have derived with the help of graphical method. And by using these two equations, we can derive the third equation. So what is the first equation? V is equal to U plus AT. So first equation, we know that V is equal to U plus AT. Now squaring both sides, दोनों तरफ का हम स्क्वायर करते हैं. तो on squaring both sides, we can write here V square is equal to, यहां आप लिखिएगा U plus AT होल स्क्वायर. ऐसा नहीं कि U स्क्वायर और यहाँ केवल A स्क्वायर T स्क्वायर, ऐसा नहीं. U plus AT पूरे का होल स्क्वायर. And in this way you can write here V square is equal to, A plus B whole square. So U square plus A square T square plus 2UAT. ये हो गया A square means U square plus A square T square plus 2UAT. And now from here you can say V square is equal to U square plus 2A take कॉमन. इसमें से 2A कॉमन लेना है. और याद रखिएगा जब 2A कॉमन ले रहे हैं आप, तो यहां तो 2 है नहीं, तो यहां तो हो जाएगा 1/2. और A एक है तो एक A यहां से ले लिए हैं, तो एक A बचेगा, तो यहां बचेगा AT स्क्वायर प्लस, और यहां से 2A कॉमन ले लेंगे तो आप हो जाएगा UT. तो when you will take 2A common in these two, तो you will get half AT square plus UT. अगर आप चेक करना चाहते हैं तो 2A से हम मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे अंदर, तो फिर यही आ जाएगा. And in this way you can say V square is equal to U square plus 2as. क्यों? क्योंकि ut plus half at square already have derived ut plus half at square किसके बराबर है? s के. तो v square is equal to u square plus 2as since s is equal to ut plus half at square which we have derived already, the second equation of motion. So in this way you can derive the equation of motion by using the graphical method here. So today just I have given one recap for the derivation of the equation of motion by the graphical method. Tomorrow I will derive by the calculus method here. And before I start the calculus method, first I would like to give a small introduction about the calculus here. Thank you.